My name is Mark Olson, and I'm a suit salesman. I work for Macy's selling suits, but I've worn many hats during my life. My first desire when I was a young man was to become an actuary. One of my really strong skills is mathematics. I was fortunate enough to grow up with a father that was an engineer for the Navy, and he taught me every chance that he could about different fields of mathematics. And one day, when it was my birthday, and before he handed me my present, he took a scissors and he snipped about a 9-inch strip of ribbon off of my present. And he said, "Mark, watch this." And what I saw then was, I thought that he had introduced me to the fourth dimension. It was so good. It was so cool. He had, imagine this is a red ribbon. He had cut off a length of red ribbon from the present that he was going to give me. And he said, "Mark, look at this, how this is a two-dimensional or three-dimensional object. It has two sides, side A, side B." And then he took a piece of tape and he put a single twist in it and taped the ends together. And he said, "Mark, this is called a single-sided, it's called a Mobius surface. It's a surface without any orientation. And if you follow this around, you'll discover that it only has one surface. It's not a two-sided surface anymore like the original strip was, but mathematically it's a single-sided surface." And then he cut that ribbon in half down the center of it, and with that single twist in it, it became twice as long as it was. It did not become two separate ribbons like I first thought, but because it's a single-sided surface, it became twice as long because it's one surface without any orientation. And then the coolest thing that he did was he took that strip that he had just cut and put a double twist in it. And when he did that and cut it down the center, it turned into two strips linked together like a little chain. And when he did that, I thought my dad was just introducing me to the fourth dimension. But he said, "No, Mark, this is called a Mobius surface." And he explained to me a little bit about how he used it at work. My dad made missiles and bombs for the Navy to use. But I thought that was very cool. And my background in mathematics, I try to use that in every chance I get in my job in fashion. I always tell customers who are trying to coordinate outfits together that there is a mathematics in coordination. And I explain to them that if you take the spectrum, the color spectrum, and look at each frequency of color, if you look at choose a color and 3 degrees from that color, and every multiple of 3 degrees, those colors will coordinate. So I like to use mathematics every chance I get. And I'm trying to use it right now in my job as the Vice President of Public Relations. And I found out that I have many responsibilities as the Vice President of Public Relations. As a Vice President of the Public Relations, I am the link to the outside, I am the webmaster, and I am the brand manager. And being the link to the outside means that I try to talk about Toastmasters with the outside world and promote our club, get new members, and try to find out how we can improve the club, improve the membership, and to advertise the club, and Toastmasters called me the webmaster. This is from the page. They called me the webmaster. I don't like that terminology. I'd rather be called the town crier, because advertising the club is much more than just hopping on the internet and spreading the word using the internet. Because not everybody hops on the internet and looks for something that they're not searching for. You know, many people are really surprised and happy to find out that, you know, I'm a member of Toastmasters, and that they can become a member of Toastmasters as well, and really help their life. And being the brand manager, that just means that I am one of the persons who have to take care of the copyright laws of the things that are copyrighted. And so there's a lot of things that I've been doing, but one of the things I am doing as the VP of Public Relations is I'm trying to make a page for our club, make a Toastmaster or a page just for our Club 500. And how can the Facebook help our club? It's magic. I stole this one from Macy's. The M stands for making a connection, and the A stands for advertise, G stands for greet the world, I stands for inspire new members, debate ideas, helpful hints, and the C stands for celebrate. And these are all things that I will try to incorporate in the Facebook page that I'm designing for the club, and I will need your input. And that's why I first wanted to show you the Mobius strip, because I wanted to let you know that there are no one-sided surfaces with the Mobius strip, and that also applies with the Facebook page. There's no one-sided responsibility. I need feedback from each one of you, and I would like to find out what you would like to see on the page, and how we can promote the club, and maybe we can make this a success. Mr. Toastmaster.